In this video, we're going to be looking at how to put an image on your web page. Okay, images are used for many different things on web pages. Sometimes they're used for just for fun. Sometimes they're used for representation, and so forth. So let's take a look at how we're going to put an image on a page. Let me switch over to my screen. This is everything that we've done so far. First, I'm going to put a break in because we don't want our image to jumble up our email link. Your image code to put an image on a web page is IMG space SRC. Okay, before we go any further, I want to explain a little something to you. Notice that in my folder, now I have put an images folder in my overall folder. Okay, this is to store the images so that they don't get jumbled up with your web pages. Okay, I actually have an image in the images folder that we're going to use. It's a picture of penguins. Okay, and I'll explain a little more of why that's important in just a second. So let's go ahead and type in our code, equals, and in quotations we have to put exactly what the name of the picture is. So in this case it's penguins, and then you have to put the correct attribute, whether it's a JPEG, whether it's a GIF file or whatnot. This one in particular is a JPEG. Okay, then we're going to close our opening tag. For images also, just like basically background, there is no closing tag. Okay, this is one of those rare instances. So let's save it, and we're going to see if it works. Okay, here's our page. We get a little box with an X on it. Okay, that means it did not work. Okay, that means that the code is almost correct, but not quite. Okay, let's go back and look at it. I did this on purpose to show you a point about that images folder. Okay, the images folder, you have to reference that in your code. Okay, so you actually have to type in images / penguins. Okay, because that is where the picture is located. Okay, basically what I generally try to tell people is that the computer is stupid. Okay, it will not put anything on your page that you don't specifically tell it to. Just because you put in the penguin's picture does not mean it's necessarily going to show up. You have to put in the correct location or this computer's not going to recognize it. Okay, so let's go back to our page. If you have your page pulled up, all you have to do is click refresh and it will refresh the page. So if we click refresh, one thing we didn't do is we did not save it. So let's save it. Click refresh, and there is our very giant picture of our penguins. Okay. Most of the time, if you put in a picture, it's not going to be quite the size that you want it to. So let's go back to our code, and we're going to modify how big it is. Okay, to do that, just after the close quotations, you're going to put in your height and width. Okay, so let's put in height first, equals, and in quotations, you always have to put it in quotations. For this instance, we'll just do 200, and we'll do the same for our width. Then we'll save it. We'll go back to our page and click our refresh, and the image has decreased dramatically, and it's much more easily visible on the page. Okay, it makes it a little more easy to see when you don't have to scroll just to see the whole picture. Okay, so this video was on putting an image on your website. Okay, images are used for various purposes on a web page. We also looked at resizing the image so that it makes it very easy and very suitable, very clean for your web page.